Yellow, 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 yellow. I know. Yellow.
I know too.
Everybody knows. Good evening, or good day, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Depends on what part of the world you're in. George Taylor here, Entracte Audio. Welcome to the shop. This is part of our series of videos talking about power supply enhancement through capacitance in general, and also talking about using an FCF with different types of equipment. We've done a couple of videos using FCFs and SD cap packs with Angela-Gilbert equipment, but I also have some vintage equipment here. I actually keep about 6 vintage receivers on hand. They're all fitted with FCF jacks. We'll show you them later. And we use them to greatly enhance the performance of vintage equipment. It's very, very, very effective. Actually, this was my introduction to the FCF Capacitor Pack. And plugging an FCF Capacitor Pack into one of these vintage receivers gives it a whole new life. They sound very, very. Some of this stuff sounds pretty good anyway, but they sound very good when you upgrade the power supply. So what I have right now, I believe, let me check. It's either an A200 or A300. Yeah, sorry. I have a Technics SA300 receiver plugged in with some music that I'm going to play. I already have the FCF capacitor pack plugged into the back. When you see me go around, that's when I'm making changes, and I'll indicate quickly by camera this way. If I do this, that means I've plugged something in. If I do this, that means I've unplugged something, and there's only one thing to plug in and unplug, and that's the FCF. So here we go. We're going to hear some. Well, you know what? I'll make it a surprise. Here we go.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
So, very simple demonstration. Only took a little bit of time because there's only one thing to unplug and one thing to unplug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the music again. I'm going to leave the FCF out. I'll run it for about 30 seconds or 40 seconds, and then I'll plug it back in, and then I'll talk briefly about what it is that we hear here in the shop. Okay? I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to tell you what you're hearing, and I don't know what you're hearing because, again, earphones, speakers, laptop, who knows what you're hearing. So, here we go again, a little bit more of the music.
I know, I know, I know. 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 I ought to leave the young thing alone, 'cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Oh, Lord. Ain't no sunshine.
Actually, what I want to do, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. Now I'm going to plug the FCF in, and I'm going to play the same section of music. There. Okay.
I know, I know, I know. 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 I ought to leave the young thing alone, 'cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Oh, Lord. Ain't no
Okay, so what we're hearing here in the shop is when we add the FCF in, we're getting, it sounds like from the front of the speakers, because for the other videos I was behind the speakers, but in front of the speakers I can hear when the FCF, again, the Technics is doing a pretty good job, but when we plug the FCF in, I hear it turn from a flat panel TV sort of presentation to a deeper sort of three-dimensional. There's a lot more depth in the soundstage. There's more heft in the bottom. There's a bigger, wider, deeper sonic picture. A little bit better bass extension. Just a little bit more commitment in the sound. So and all those things go together to make a really nice upgrade. So I'm going to play a little bit more.
sunshine when she's home. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
So now it's time for the changeover. What we're going to do is I'm now going to plug everything into this this Sony receiver. So if you want to come up and show everybody the jacks and maybe talk a bit about what's going on.
You mean me?
I mean you.
Okay.
Well, I don't mean me because I'm busy moving things.
Whilst Mr. Taylor is changing things, I'm gonna get down to this one. This is another SX750. That's a Pioneer receiver.
Yep.
That's the jacks. That's FCF jacks. On top of the FCF jack or beside the FCF jack, there's always a label saying FCF plus and minus how many volt. That's indicated you have to get a FCF that have voltage higher than that number. If there's FCFs have 35, 50, 63, 80, and 100. If there's 43 volt, you want to get a 50 volt. And if anything lower than 35, like 32, 31, you can get a 35 volt. And that's how it goes. And this is the Sony receiver that he is hooking it up. And that's the Kenwood receiver.
Kenwood.
And this Kenwood, what's the label? I didn't have a label on?
I don't know. Faulty workmanship, I think.
It's probably fell off. Okay, so next time I come in and measure the voltage and put the label back. Well, a lot of the time I can predict what FCF voltage you need by the rated wattage anyway. But be safe, I'll measure it.
Okay. The FCF. Sorry, the FCF. What am I saying? The Pioneer, the SX750. That was the receiver I wanted when I was in high school. But because at the time, if you had 50 watts per channel, that was a big deal. Turns out 50 watts a channel is basically all you need anyhow. But I digress. Okay. Now. Let's see if we have action. Oh, I got it right the first time. Super. So let me just move the FCF module. Oh, yeah. This here. Here. So, what we'll do is we'll give this guy about a minute of music to warm up with because the FCF will have discharged a tiny bit when we move things around. So I'll go back to the beginning. There we go.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the FCF out and I'm going to direct your attention just a little wee bit to where I think you're going to hear the differences. The FCF does give you bigger body and presence and stuff, but I want to direct your attention to the horn shots and the background vocals and the lead vocals, because I think that's where you'll hear a big difference, especially if you're listening over headphones or something like that. Anyway, going back to the beginning, here we go.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I know, I know, I know. 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 I ought to leave the young thing alone. 'Cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
So that's the end of our demo. I'd be interested in knowing what changes you heard. Again, this is part of our experimentation with video and microphones and trying to find out what people are hearing, what people are taking in from watching the videos. Hopefully you've listened, and hopefully you've learned, and hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have questions, I have a piece of cardboard here somewhere that I can't find. So I'll wing it.
Well, while you're waiting, we're looking for that cardboard. I can just go back there and show
Alright.
and check you have those labels on those Sony.
Well, the labels are on the other things. Oh, here's the card.
Label, is it label on the Sony? Yeah, it's dark,
Yep,
but you
there's
can
label
see
on
a
the
label
Sony.
on Sony.
Pardon me?
Label on the Sony.
Label on the Sony.
Okay, that's where's the card.
Anyway, if you've got questions about the Angela-Gilbert gear, which you should because it's really interesting stuff, go to www.angela-gilbert.com. If you want to ask me questions, if you want to know the kinds of stuff I have in the shop or I carry, or you've got things that you want to ask me particularly, you can check my website out at www.entracteaudio.com. You can also email me at entracteaudio@rogers.com. Be happy to answer any questions or have discussions about stuff. Anything you want, anything you need, you let me know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you. Well, I probably won't see any of you real soon, actually, because most of you are other places. But if you do happen to want to come in the shop, I'd be more than happy to accommodate you here. Anyway, take care. Have a great night. See you later.